SAfm, South Africa's news and information leader.
Thank you, Kim. Coming up, government of Gauteng delegates housing functions to its 3 metros, and firefighters join efforts to tackle 19 wildfires in the US. Good afternoon. The Gauteng government has delegated certain housing functions and decision-making authority to all 3 provincial metros, Tshwane, Johannesburg and Ekurhuleni. Gauteng Housing and Local Government MEC SAfm1pm says the functions that municipalities will now perform include beneficiary management, subsidy budget planning and allocation, management and administration of all housing programs.
Our ultimate goal is to ensure that the housing and human settlement functions are fully assigned to metros, including financial management of national housing funding allocations. We have set ourselves 2014 as the target for reaching the last goal. Once this goal is achieved, metros will be fully in charge and accountable for this constitutional mandate.
Former Police Commissioner Bheki Cele has suggested that politicians in the ANC, wanting to serve their own selfish political ambitions, connived with apartheid-era agents, sections of the media and the opposition to unleash what he calls a dirty tricks campaign against him. Cele has addressed journalists at the National Press Club in Pretoria. Cele says he plans to lodge a High Court application for a review of Justice Jake Molloy's report, which found him to be unfit to hold office, leading to his expulsion yesterday.
When the story of the dirty tricks that were unleashed against me is told, it will not be my African National Congress that will be found to have fallen on the wrong side of the noble principles of fairness, justice and honesty, on which the struggle to liberate our people from political and economic bondage was based. Instead, it will be individuals who would have counted on the corrupt loyalty of agents of the defeated apartheid regime, section of the media and a few opposition politicians to betray the founding principles of their own organization.
Telecommunications analyst from Worldwide Works Arthur Goldstuck says it's unlikely that Vodacom, MTN and ATA will cut down on their international call rates. Over a week ago, Cell C reduced its call rates to the US, India, Pakistan and the UK to 99 cents per minute at all times. Goldstuck explains.
I think the other networks are trying to show that they are not competing on price and they're not going to respond in a knee-jerk fashion to what one network does, and particularly not to what Cell C does. But over time, you will certainly see them responding.
Judgment has been reserved in the Western Cape High Court in an urgent bail application by school taxi driver Jacob Humphreys. Humphreys applied for bail pending the outcome of his appeal to overturn his conviction and 20-year prison sentence. He was the driver of the taxi in which 10 children were killed when he jumped booms at the Butskop level crossing in Blackheath about 2 years ago. Humphreys' counsel Johan Engelbrecht argued that because he was granted leave to appeal, there is a possibility of a successful appeal outcome. Overseas, hundreds of firefighters have joined efforts to tackle 19 large wildfires burning in 9 drought-stricken western states in the US. Colorado and New Mexico are both fighting flames that have covered more than 150 square kilometers.